Life is full of choices. Every day we make decisions. These decisions shape who we are. They determine what we become. But have you ever asked yourself a fundamental question? Why are we here? What is the purpose of our existence? Many people spend their lives chasing things. They chase wealth, fame, or power. But these things can never satisfy our deepest longings. There's a higher calling. It's a life lived not for ourselves, but for God. Living for God's pleasure means seeking His will in everything we do. It's about making choices that honor Him. It's about using our time, talents, and resources to further His kingdom. This is where we discover true meaning and fulfillment. When we live for God's pleasure, our lives take on a new dimension. We find purpose, we discover joy, and we experience a peace that the world cannot offer. The world tells us to look out for ourselves. It encourages us to chase after fleeting pleasures. We are bombarded with messages that tell us happiness comes from material possessions. We are told success is measured by status and wealth. But deep down, we know these things are temporary. They leave us feeling empty. They can never satisfy the longing in our hearts. This longing is for something deeper, something more meaningful. It's a longing to connect with our Creator. We weren't created to live for ourselves. We were created to live for God. He is the source of our being. He is the one who gives our lives meaning. When we try to find fulfillment elsewhere, we are searching in the wrong places. Living for God's pleasure is not about following a set of rules. It's about a heart transformed by His love. This love spills over into our actions. It compels us to live differently. We show God's love through acts of kindness, compassion, and service. It's about helping those in need. It's about forgiving those who have wronged us. It's about standing up for what is right, even when it's difficult. Think about a time you experienced an act of kindness. Remember how it made you feel. Now imagine being the person who offered that kindness. Imagine the joy of being God's instrument of love. Every act of kindness, no matter how small, is a reflection of God's love. It's a way to bring heaven to earth. It's a way to live out our faith in a tangible way. True happiness, discovering joy in God's design. The world tells us happiness is about feeling good all the time. But true happiness is far deeper than fleeting emotions. It's a state of being. It comes from knowing we are living in alignment with God's will. When we live for His pleasure, we experience a joy that runs deep. This joy is not dependent on our circumstances. It's a gift from God. It sustains us through difficult times. Think of a time you accomplished something challenging. Remember the sense of fulfillment you felt? Now imagine that feeling multiplied 1,000-fold. That's the joy of living a life that pleases God. It's a joy that comes from knowing we are fulfilling our God-given purpose. It's a joy that comes from making a difference in the world. It's a joy that the world can't take away. Imperfect progress, the journey of faith. Living for God's pleasure doesn't mean we will be perfect. We will make mistakes. We will fall short. But God's love for us is unconditional. He doesn't expect perfection. He desires our hearts. It's not about being perfect. It's about progress. It's about striving to be more like Christ each day. It's about surrendering our will to His. Think of a child learning to walk. They stumble. They fall. But they get back up. They keep trying. Our journey with God is similar. We keep learning, we keep growing, we keep moving forward in faith. God's grace is sufficient for us. His power is made perfect in our weakness. When we stumble, He is there to pick us up. He encourages us to keep going. He reminds us that He is with us every step of the way. Little things, big impact, everyday expressions of God's love.